A warm welcome to our online congress and another interview about consciousness being yourself. Today we have the extraordinary pleasure to be at Pina Dolce's home. Thank you, Pina, for having us. Hello to all, and thank you very much for the invitation. Pina Dolce is blind since the age of 15. She paints, she writes, and she's also a photographer sometimes. Pina lives in Basel and is mother of a child. When I called her the first time to invite her, I was deeply touched by her openness to life. Dear Pina, my first question to you is, how would you define for yourself being yourself? That's an interesting question. Being myself. That I may be as I feel and how I am. That I can express myself the way I want. Just the way I am. But it's not that easy to find the right words to describe. 1:34. Your life hasn't always been easy. How were you able to keep your joy of life and your light shining? How did you do it? Well, I went through very hard times in my life, and my joy of life was hidden somewhere. It was a long process, and there were days through sunshine and rain, darkness and light, like day and night. What really supported me through life is love. The love of the people around me, as well as the love I felt through all the experiences in and through life, if I may say that's as simple. What influenced me the most is that I always have been at the right place at the right time, and I always met the right people who supported me at the right time. I also have to admit that I was close to suicide myself at a certain moment in life. Today I may and I can say that confidence has grown and that there is a deep knowing that if there comes another thunderstorm or lightning again, that the sun also will shine again. You also feel that deep trust and confidence, and you also radiate it towards the outside. Somewhere there is a real deep confidence. You said that love is very important to you. How did you achieve this deep basic trust? Who took you by the hand? Who were your guides, teachers? That is difficult to explain. There is a psychological part. My family, my parents, my brother and sister, my relatives, and my friends. I am originally from the south of Italy. I grew up in a Pentecostal community. They were like a big family, in which I made many positives as well as difficult experiences. Naturally, I learned about God and Jesus there. I only had the feeling that God must be quite big, something miraculous and very loving. Of course, I also got samples of sins and punishments, but I don't want to go deeper into that right now. The feeling of being carried by life is loving and was also very early in me. The expression, I am carried by the life, could this be a life statement for you, Pina? Yes, indeed. The love carries me. Life is the symbol of love. To me, life without love doesn't exist. They just belong together. Life gives us the possibility to gain experiences where love expresses itself. I don't only mean the romantic love, nor everything is pink. Love can be hard as well, for example becoming blind, so that one has to deal with it. That I had to deal with it was a great blessing and one of my best teachers in my life. To be blind is not a big problem, just not always practical in the everyday life. Impractical, it's really impractical, and at times I grumble with life. You said that blindness was one of your best teachers. Today you are painting, and we had a closer look at your paintings. They are very powerful and full of vitality. Can you explain us how you bring your inner pictures on the canvas? This seems to be a big contradiction in my life, but it isn't. I have seen until the age of 15, and colors are very much important to me. When I started to paint at the age of 24, I was ashamed and had difficulty to admit to myself what an incredible freedom I have. And at the same time, a new painful process began within. I couldn't see my paintings visibly. I wrestled with life. Why do I have to paint? Why is there such a deep need in me to paint? The need to paint feels like a prayer to me, or a meditation, to scold or to cry, or laugh with life. There I'm free. When I paint, I meet myself, life, and just everything else. The pictures are coming to me, and I can see and feel them inside of me. Sometimes it goes very fast, let's say when I don't stand in my own way. Otherwise it takes a while. For example, that yellow picture behind me. This one took more than 3 months of time until it was done. I prepare a canvas, fetch the colors that I want to be painted, and then I just start. The colors I use are marked in braille. With more than 24 years of experience, I also mix colors. It is like cooking. The more you do it, the easier it gets. Pina, when you paint, do you paint only with brushes or do you use any other tools? Mostly I paint with my hands. Sometimes I paint with my feet. I paint with brushes and whatever is ready to use. I also paint with a sponge if necessary. In America I did also as pictures. I just paint with everything, but mostly with my hands. Does it feel more close, more direct? Maybe yes. The canvas is like a body to me. As I also give massages and do body work, it feels very similar. If I get you right, you connect with the canvas and the colors. By painting, you express what you feel inside, what you see inside, and bring it so to the outside. To bring it to the outside is like a flow of your emotions. There is your love, your pain, your anger, just all of your emotions. And for sure, your yes to life. Yes, but it also flows back, just to say. Are you only painting for yourself or do you paint on order? I tried it one time to paint on order, a similar picture with a similar energy, similar colors, or however one want to put it. In general, I cannot do that. Maybe if I had to, I could. Maybe then the picture is there, very clearly. I usually paint the pictures that are coming to me. And what do the people say who buy such a picture? What do they say about the picture? What does reach them? Is it that what you felt that you wanted to bring on the canvas? In general, yes. This is still a miracle for me, that the pictures tell their own stories. The people see. I mean, every picture has a different relation to every person. The observer and the picture have a dialogue of their own, and there is no right point of view. But how people react on my pictures and what my pictures tell the observer is still something that touches me. You mentioned before that you also do consultations with massages. Yes. Are you then working with body or via talk? Well, in general, mainly via body. But there are situations where there is a talk needed. There are images that emerge, and we then look at it, what it is. On a journey together? Yes. Wonderful. I am sure there are people who come to you with fears, or you have fears yourself. What would you suggest? How can one best deal with one's fear? I answer this with a poem by Ursula Steiger. I have to see if I still know the whole poem by heart. I answer this with a poem by Ursula Steiger. I have to see if I still know the whole poem by heart. More and more trusting, I let my contradictions come and go. I'm affectionate with my fear and thankful for my courage. And every evening I take the hunger into my arms and comfort him with breath-warm dreams. Wanderlust and nest drive rest under my bark. Tree ring after tree ring wraps around me and I get stronger. Thank you very much. This is a beautiful image, how one can accept fear. It is the only way to dissolve fear, to accept it. I agree. And then there are many techniques, warriors, therapies, etc. I best can describe it like that for me. But Pina, would you have a small exercise that our listeners and viewers could do when they realize, whoops, there is something coming, something for daily life? Yes, there is something I do. If possible, I sit down when I am totally stressed out. I close my eyes, even me. I go inside myself if possible. That is also possible with open eyes. That doesn't matter. Then I connect with my breath and with my heart. I breathe in air, light, color, whatever helps me at this time. It even can be a tone or a word. I breathe in, then I breathe out through the heart. Then I breathe in the heart again and breathe out the heart again. I breathe with the heart after some time. And then, if possible, I sit and connect myself with Mother Earth. I do that already before. Sometimes it just happens. I simply go to the heart. Very simple. And one can have one's eye open. One can even sit at the table and the people around are talking. Sometimes all it needs are 3 breaths of air to get back to oneself. Of course, one can ask for help or spread it. Breathe out the fear out of the heart and breathe in light. One can go very far, but sometimes one does not have the time or is so stressed out. In these moments, I simply go into the heart. Yes, that's a beautiful way. Breath you always have with you. Yes, exactly. Breath you always can use. I feel in you there's a deep connection to nature. What does nature mean to you? Well, it's Mother Earth. It's a part of us that carries us and that lives with us, or rather we with her. But at this moment in time, she has a hard time with us human beings. And yes, she is the mother. And the mother always has a lot of patience with her children. Yes, thank God. But it is time that we take care of her, because she's really sick. She needs us. Are you in any way actively involved for the earth? Yes, for the earth too. And I also sing with stimmvolk.ch. Building Bridges, Intercultural, a socio-cultural grassroots project where we sing for peace, for us, in us, for all, for humanity and Mother Earth. We sing for the world and not against war, for peace, for hope, for strength and for the visions. That is my contribution. I also do meditation for Mother Earth with others together. Very simple, to connect with good thought and thankfulness and send them out. I also feel a deep belief in you in life. Would you say that this is your way of spirituality, this deep respect, this deep love that you radiate? I believe the life believes in me. And life loves me so much, and I am true lucky sod. I have endless luck in life. I believe that's how life keeps on manifesting itself to me. I don't know how to explain it. That is simply my feeling. Life manifests itself, shows itself. Could one say that life sends you a situation and you decide, yes, I want that too? That is what I want to live and experience? Yes, that's what I say yes for. Yes, exactly. Just like the interview. And at the same time, I cannot do anything else but just to live. Also in daily life, everywhere, if possible to live, experience where I am in present. As good as possible with all patterns and all distortions that there are in me. Just really live in the present here and now. And we are so lucky. I think that I can live here in Switzerland and that I have a healthy son, a lovely family around me, and lovely people, even though there are difficulties. It is very touching how life keeps on reminding me how generously favorable luck is with us, despite all. Pina, I feel a very strong modesty in you, some real humbleness. If I said that there is also a big portion of self-love in that, what would you say? I don't know. Hard to say. Difficult to say. I don't know. Self-love? Yes, I'd be glad. It is a big issue to have self-love for myself, because I know my critical size, where I whip myself and where I'm neglectful with myself. I know that very well. And yes, modesty and humbleness, I don't know. I cannot judge that by myself. I don't know. I also like to be on stage. I like to be present myself. And at the same time, I have terrible stage fright. To present yourself how you are, that can be done with a lot of humbleness, because you give something when you present yourself with your whole way of being, your whole attitude to life, and your whole, how shall I say, the respect you have for yourself. That's something I also see. Your deep respect for yourself, no matter what happens to me. I live. Beautiful. Yes. I don't know if that reaches you. That is beautiful, very fulfilling. You looked at me, asking if I had a question. At this moment, I don't have any questions. I am blown away also by how authentic you are. I mean, you are really yourself, and that is beautiful. And one feels that when one meets you, you perceive things much more intensely than many other people. That may be because we are at your place. That is always something different than to meet you on the street. But the way I perceive you, you are very authentic. Very nice. I cannot help it. I cannot judge it. But hopefully. What I do not perceive with you is something that you have had to work within you. Anger. Anger because you are blind. I feel a deep acceptance that you accept life how it is, and that you make much more out of it than the best. What kind of strength in you is that enables you? I think I have been blind for about 32 years now, and I have a long way behind me, with a lot of anger, pain, grief, frustration, desperation, helplessness, and I still have moments where I feel helpless or delivered, exposed. Nevertheless, I know, I am carried by life, by love. Before the birth of my son, I came to a point where I did no longer have to see. I do no longer feel the longing to have to see. And it's not like I get up in the morning and I say, damn, I'm blind. I simply am. In the first place, I am energy that manifests in a human being, a woman's body. I am a woman with different roles: mother, daughter, friend, woman, a lover. And then I have an attribute like being blind. But that is not a feature of mine. When my son was born, and that is very important to me, that this is clear, I am not just the blind, I am Pina. And when my son was born, I had to cry so much, and it hurt so much that this being that grew in me, and I could help him to come into this world, that I could not see him. It hurts so much, still today sometimes. But what I learned through this experience is I am so grateful for. It hurts so much, and then I have to cry. But that goes through me. There can be half a minute or two, but then it's over. I am lighter, and I am so grateful for my son and to life. When I let the pain go through me and accept it, but not just stay there, but really go into the pain, then it flows through me. It cleans me. Does that make sense? That was a wonderful answer, full of wisdom and full of deep experiences and love for life. Accept the pain. Let it go through without judging yourself. Thank you very much for this statement. I think we have experienced something very deep. More of what it means to accept oneself is not possible. I see it the same way. Thank you very much, Pina, that you agreed to participate on this congress and for this interview. Thank you that I could talk to you. I am very grateful.